I was in a room once with a group of pastors, and we were in a meeting. And during the course of that meeting, one of the pastors began to tell us about his son. And he said, "My son has a condition, and he will not live beyond the age of 20. More than likely, he will die at the age of 14 or 15. And that's an established thing according to the history of this particular condition. This is what's going to happen, and we are prepared for this." And of course, as we, myself and the other fellow pastors were in the room, we were overtaken by this, and of course we were sad, and we sought to console our brother. But then he said something else that has forever stayed in my mind. I don't think I'll ever forget it. He said, "Look," he said, "my son knows the Lord. He is a born-again Christian. We know that when God takes him home, that he will be with the Lord in heaven. But he says, I know people who have children who are outside of faith, and they have no regard for God, and even though physically they are healthy and will very possibly live to an old age, but yet will go into eternity lost and forever enslaved in the torments of hell." He said, "I would not trade places with this other parent. We know where our son will be when God takes him home." And I've thought about that over the years, and I thought that is a tremendous statement, to realize that the possibility that you would lose a child at a young age but yet know where he is, compared to losing a child at a later age and lose him forever to the devil. And I thought to myself, I agree. I agree with what he's saying, that the most awful thing that can happen is to realize that your children are going to miss out on the joys of heaven and forever be enslaved in the torments of hell. You see, I think that in so many ways that as a church we've lost focus of this. When Jesus said the gates of hell shall not prevail against the church, he told us that we are going to be doing battle against hell. That's a part of who we are. That's a part of our identity. We are spiritual people who are seeking light. But there's a kingdom of darkness who seeks to devour and to destroy and to enslave in a kingdom of darkness forever. And it's a very, very serious matter. But so often we don't take it very serious and take our responsibility to share the gospel truth to each and every individual that we would encounter, because our hearts are overwhelmed by the very fact of the horrors of hell. It's Pastor Jack King with the gospel on the radio broadcast.